nothing to it. Real one. Ain't nothing to it. Boss. Ain't nothing to it. Nothing to it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? YouTube. So the other day, my best friend and I wanted to hang out before we both go off to college, and so we decided to go to the movies, and we saw BLACKKKSMAN. Let me tell you, that it was a very good movie. It's highly recommended. Viewer discretion is definitely advised because of the language and some of the content. It was some violent content. Violent is not the correct word, but violent content. The way I described the movie to my mother was it was disturbing but powerful. And honestly, I was speechless. Everybody in the movie theater was speechless, as like they left the movies speechless, walked to their cars speechless. I feel like I had everybody deep in their thoughts, and that's a good way to feel after a movie. Now, without giving too much away, I'm going to say that the movie was based in 1970, so it was during the Civil Rights Movement, and there was segregation, discrimination going on. There was an African-American male by the name of Ron Stallworth, and he wanted to be a cop, so he joined the police force. And upon joining the police force, he was told about the discrimination that he was going to face being the only African-American cop in the police force, which was set in Colorado. And he understood, like, racism, discrimination is something that African Americans still have to face today, so he understood that, and he still wanted to be a cop. But in the beginning, he was just doing record keeping, and he wasn't really happy with that, and he experienced racism within the police force among other white cops, which is crazy, but yeah, it happened. And soon the chief or the sergeant, I'm not quite sure the correct terminology, but the chief promoted him to a detective, and he saw he was reading the newspaper at his desk, and he saw a number for the Ku Klux Klan in the newspaper, and I don't know what caused him to, but he decided to call the number, and the rest is history from there. Long story short, an African-American male joined the KKK. He was able to infiltrate the system and investigate this organization and their meetings. And you're probably wondering, how does an African-American male even get in this position? His co-worker was also a detective, and he became the face of Ron Stallworth in these meetings, but the real Ron Stallworth was just the voice on the phone. What made it powerful is that we get to see the inside of these meetings, so to say, and we get to see how these people actually really thought, because it's not something that we see a lot in history. In history textbooks, we mostly see about the good things that America did, and they don't really touch a lot on the bigger issues that occurred in history. But this movie definitely did, and it was a good movie. If it left me speechless and I talk a lot, then it was a good movie, okay? And the movie was directed by Spike Lee, and it definitely had a type of hero's journey structure to it, because Ron Stallworth had a love interest, he lost a love interest, got the love interest back, and Ron was basically the hero of the movie. I recommend it. You should go watch it. One of my favorite parts was at the very end of the movie. There was there was a picture of the American flag, but it was upside down, and it was in black and white. And it just summarizes the whole movie, basically. Not even just the whole movie, but our history, and today America is upside down. Like, what are we doing with our country? The movie highlighted a parallelism between our history and modern society. And regarding our current political climate, the movie just showed how if we don't make people aware of these incidents and events that happen in history, they can be repeated. And history does repeat itself. A lot of stuff that happened in history is the reason why a lot of stuff is happening today. And it's just really sad that America is upside down. There still is racism and discrimination. People are still being ostracized because of their religious preference, and people are still being judged by the color of their skin, and it's just really crazy. I hope that you all see it, and if you do see it, come back and leave your point of view on the movie down below in the comments, because I would love to, see what other people thought about it. All people may not like the movie, or they may have a different point of view on it, and I would love to hear what you think about it. Yeah, don't forget to spread love and positivity all around, and start making changes so we can all have a better future, and start being more aware and learning more about our society and our history so that we can have a better future. And we out. Deuces.